I am going to show y'all how to make a nest. You got to remember two numbers. One is the number 4 and the other number is 1,000 grams. So you always need 4 blankets. For a baby under 1,000 grams, you're going to use burp cloths, and for a baby over 1,000 grams, you're going to use 4 receiving blankets. So how you start is you're going to stack 3 blankets, whether it's receiving blankets or it is burp cloths, depending on the weight of your baby. And you're going to start at a corner and you roll tightly because we don't want any bumps, we don't want it real loose. So get it real nice and tight. When you get to your corners, fold in your corner. When you get over here, you're going to fold in this corner. And then you're going to continue to roll nice and tight, getting out all the bumps. So we are essentially making a bendy. So this is for a baby under 1,000 grams. With your 4th blanket, fold it in half. I like the smooth side at the top. And we're going to put our bendy on here for the infant. Now, if I just let go and the baby moves, this is going to open up. So that's not helpful for us. I like to start at the edge and I just roll it over. And then take this other side, take it over the edge of the bendy and tuck it underneath. So this should be nice and tight. Remember, a nest is only good if it's taller than your baby. So if it is just a little bumper along the sides, it's not going to keep them contained. So you always want it taller than your baby. So this is for under 1,000 grams, 4 blankets. Now to add on to this, if you have 2 additional blankets, which I like to do, this is a basic nest. Now we're going to add support for the lower extremities. And all of this can be made before you even put it in the isolette. So I've taken another receiving blanket and I made a triangle. And I'm going to set it at the top of the triangle right here. Now we're going to fold it over. And you can either take this all the way across on the bottom, like that, which isn't always the best way to do it because it makes this a little bit bumpy. Or you can have it underneath and just tuck it under the edges of your bendy. And then it's nice and smooth under here. So this is making a pouch. So now we're going to keep the lower extremities contained within the pouch. Now the last piece of this is the head roll that goes around the top of the head. That gives the sensory input, and then it also keeps them from coming off the top of the nest. So this is with an additional burp cloth. I just like triangles. I think it works nice to get something nice and rolled up. So I take the edges, fold them in, tuck this so it kind of is like an envelope. I roll this nice and tight. And then this is going to go inside of your nest. So this goes around the top of the head. It needs to be touching the head. If it's up here, it's not serving a purpose. So actually touching the top of the head, and then the edges of this go around the shoulders, so they will help bring the shoulders forward. So this is for the small one. I made a bigger one so you could see with my little model baby. So when you are in the bed and you need to get in and do your care, all you have to do is pull this. Okay, so if they're in the isolette and you're going in the portholes, you move this out of the way, and then you can just take this little blanket that's folded around and move your bendy. So now you can assess your baby, whether it's the PICC line IV, change the diaper, whatever you need to do, and then put this back and then gently fold it over and underneath. And you've not really disturbed the baby much. Just remember, 4 and 4 for the basic bendy, additional burp cloths for each, 1 for the head, 1 for the pouch, and I think 1,000 grams or a kilo is the good point of change going between burp cloths and receiving blankets.